Hello guys, welcome to the YouTube channel with Abhishek Patel. So today in this video, I'm going to explain the concept of basic proportionality theorem, which is abbreviated as BPT, and it is also called as Thales theorem with its three simple steps. So before understanding the proof of the theorem, so I will explain some basic concepts which are necessary to prove the BPT. So here is the first one. So in the triangle ABC, what is the area of a triangle by taking this BC as a base? What is the area of a triangle? Formula, it is half into base into height. So as I said, I want this area of a triangle with respect to this as the base, that is BC as the base. Then area of a triangle is equal to half into what is the base? BC is the base. And what is the height? Remember, height is always perpendicular to the base. Okay. So here BC is the base. Then which is the perpendicular? I need to construct a line from the remaining vertex A. See, I am considering the base BC and the remaining vertex is A. Okay. From here I need to draw a line which is perpendicular to the base BC. So here I need to construct a line, okay, which is perpendicular to the base BC. Then this becomes the height. So I will take this as a D, then I will multiply AD to get the area of a triangle with respect to this base BC. In the same way, again let us consider the same triangle, but now I want the area of the same triangle by taking AB as the base. Then if I take AB as the base, which is the remaining vertex? That is the vertex C. From here I need to construct a perpendicular line. I need to construct a line which is perpendicular to the base AB now in this case. Okay. So here half into, now I have taken AB as the base, then height will be CD. So this is the area for this particular triangle by taking AB as the base. In the same way, now we will consider the same triangle, but now I need AC as the base in the area of a triangle. So here half into, I want AC as the base. Then which is the perpendicular? So the remaining vertex is what? B. So from here I need to construct a line which is perpendicular to the base AC. So here I will construct a line which is perpendicular to the AC. So then BD will be the height. Okay. Here AD is the height of this particular triangle, and here CD is the height, and here BD is the height. So this is the way to find out the area of a triangle by taking different bases. Okay. In the same way, so these are all acute angled triangles. But now in case of obtuse angle triangle, how we can able to find the area of the triangle? So here area of a triangle, same formula, half into base into height. Here half. So here I will take BC as the base. Then what would be the height? Height will be, as I said, it is perpendicular to the base. So here I will construct a line in such a way that this line is exactly perpendicular to the given base BC. So this becomes the height. So I will take this point as a D, then AD becomes the height. Okay. So these all will help you in solving the theorem of BPT. Okay. These are all the basics for BPT. Fine. Okay. Now see, once again I will tell you this. In case of obtuse angle triangle, this is the base BC. And you cannot draw a line segment like this. Okay, you cannot draw a line segment like this. Even if you draw, this line will not be perpendicular to the base. That is why height, as I said, it is always perpendicular to the base. So here I will construct a line which is perpendicular to the base BC. And one more important theorem is from the class 9. That is, whenever the two triangles lie on the same base and between the two parallel lines, then their areas are equal. For example, here, if you consider a triangle ABC and DBC, these are the two triangles which are lying on the same base BC, and between the two parallel lines, that is AD and BC, then their areas are equal. So it is one of the important theorem which is necessary to prove basic proportionality theorem. Okay, here is the theorem. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides at distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So the meaning of this statement is that whenever a line is drawn parallel to any one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides at distinct points, say D and E, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. So that means we have to prove that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, we needed to prove this. So now let us consider the same areas of a triangles which I have discussed just now. So now I will take AD, AE, DB and EC are the bases in the areas of a triangle to derive this theorem. Okay. So now I will consider the area of a triangle ADE because I need AD as the base now. So I will use ADE triangle. Okay. In this ADE triangle, I will consider AD as the base. Then what is the perpendicular height? So I need to construct now, because if I take AD as the base, remaining vertex is E. Because in the triangle ADE, remaining vertex is E. From here I need to construct a line which is perpendicular to this base AD. So I will take this point as F. So then it is half into what is base? AD I have taken already, and what is the height? That is EF. So let me consider this as equation number 1. Okay, next. Now I want AE as the base. Which area I need to consider? Again, ADE triangle area only I need to consider. Okay. So in the same triangle ADE, it is half into base is now I want AE, and what is the height? See, if I take A as the base, remaining vertex is D in the triangle ADE. So from D, I need to construct one more line which is perpendicular to the base AE. So I will take this point as G. So then DG becomes the perpendicular height. So let me consider that as equation 2. Okay, now I had two constructions now. One is EF. Draw EF perpendicular to AD, and then one more line I have constructed, that is DG, which is perpendicular to AE. DG perpendicular to AE. Two lines I have constructed. Okay, now I want DB as the base. So then which area I need to consider? Which triangle I need to consider? That is DEB I will take. So I will construct one more line. So join B to E. Join B to E. So when I join B to E, I will get this triangle. So that means area of a triangle DBE. DBE. In this area of a triangle, what is the area? Half into base I have considered DB. Because I need DB in my proof. That's why. DB into what is the height? See, as I have explained before this theorem, that in the obtuse angle triangle we have to extend the base to get the perpendicular height. So now this is also an obtuse angle triangle. See, this is obtuse angle triangle. In this triangle I will consider, I will extend this base BD up to F, then I will get the perpendicular height EF. Okay, it is like this. When there is an obtuse angle triangle, we will extend this line to get the perpendicular height. In the same way it is, I will extend BD until this point F, then I will get the perpendicular height EF. Okay, so DB into EF, so this becomes the area of this particular triangle DBE. In the same way, I want EC now. In order to get EC, I will take the triangle. I will take the triangle DEC. In this triangle, I will get the base EC. Okay. So in the triangle DEC, half into, I want EC as the base, and height is, see, if I extend this EC up to point G, I will get the perpendicular height DG. So again it is an obtuse angle triangle. That's why I will extend EC up to G, then I will get perpendicular height DG. So this is DG, equation number 4. Okay, now it is very clear that in order to get AD by DB, I need to divide the equation number 1 by equation number 3. Okay, so that I will get AD by DB. Fine. Okay, now equation 1 by equation 3 will give us AD by DB, and equation 2 by equation 4 will give us AE by EC. Okay, so equation 1 divided by equation 3. So what is the equation 1? Area of a triangle ADE divided by 3 is area of a triangle DBE is equal to half into AD into EF divided by half into DB into EF. Okay, similarly equation 2 by equation 4. So this will give us area of a triangle ADE divided by area of a triangle DEC is equal to half into AE into DG divided by equation 4 is half into EC into DG. So here half EF will get cancelled. Here also half DG get cancels. Okay, now what is the remaining is area of ADE divided by area of a triangle DBE is equal to AD by DB, and here area of a triangle ADE divided by area of a triangle DEC is equal to AE by EC. Okay, now we require that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is what we needed to prove. But here left hand sides are also there. So if left hand sides are equal, then the right hand sides are equal. That is what our requirement. So now if you compare the triangle, that is the numerator side, that is area of a triangle ADE, area of a triangle ADE, they are same only because the same area and same triangle. Okay, so now this triangle and this triangle, if you compare, see what the figure was. In the triangle ABC, DE was the line which is parallel to BC. Okay, now DBE means this much, DBE, and DEC was this one. Okay, so numerators are already equal. So if we make the denominators equal, then we can say that the right hand sides are also equal. Okay, now how these two triangles areas are equal? Just now, before this theorem, I have explained that whenever the two triangles lying on the same base and between the two parallel sides, then their areas are equal. Okay, that theorem will be applied here. That is the area of a triangle DBE, that is this all area, and area of a triangle DEC, that is this area. Okay, so both the triangles, these two triangles lying on the same base DE and between the two parallel lines DE and BC, then their areas are equal. Okay, so hence you can say that area of a triangle DBE is equal to area of a triangle DEC. Okay, so if these two triangles are equal and already the numerators are equal, then the right hand sides are equal. So hence, therefore we can say that AD by DB is equal to AE by AC. This is what we needed to prove. Okay, and you can write one statement after this, that is, whenever the two triangles lie on the same base DE and between the two parallel lines DE and BC, then their areas are equal. So this is what we needed to prove, and hence it is proved. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching.